healing potions.
Yeah. Yeah, you definitely survived. I just hit record just so that we can, because this is fun stuff. But
it sure is.
well, we're getting sort of caught up.
Hey everyone, watch us die.
Hey everybody, these guys are getting ready to get creamed.
Normally their sessions are an hour long, but this was 35 seconds.
So this could be our like player tips for your
player
tip number one.
And never
always have a character in the wings.
Always have a character in the wings.
Yep.
That's like you're gonna say. Always have a cleric. No, forget that. Just have another character ready.
When like dice happens, and
that's true. This is true. Dice definitely happens. Roll the dice. I saw a really cool interview. It was a brief one with what's the guy's name? Thomas Middleditch.
Yeah.
Where he's talking about trying to explain D&D to the British interviewer that does the carpool karaoke. I can't remember his name either. Terrible with those names. Anyway, he was trying to explain it. He was like, think of it like it's like it's like a Lord of the Rings style epic that only exists momentarily in your memory. And then it's gone.
It's funny you should mention that. My wife was on Zoom with a bunch of her ex-military friends in England, and I listened to her try to explain D&D, and I just laughed and laughed because they're like, "Oh, so you married a 5-year-old, right?" It was I couldn't remember the things she said, but oh my God, I had to leave the room. I was laughing so hard.
Oh yeah, that's true.
And they have swords and they have spells. Because you're talking to a bunch of 50-year-old guys,
right?
Spells. What the hell is that?
Yeah, exactly.
What is that? It kind of reminded me back in high school when the jocks would make fun of us. Oh, so you have a sword, huh?
Oh yeah. Oh, those good old days. Well.
But the good thing is, we came back with we don't wear jock straps.
Yeah, well, and now look.
We probably should.
and now look who runs everything, right? All those nerds that are about their keyboarding code and stuff. Like they run everything now. So, like, what are those guys doing over there on those TI, Commodore 64s and TI 99s and Atari?
Hey, mine was an Apple IIe with a cassette that
ran. Oh man,
I remember the cassette days.
And those early Dungeons and Dragons ones were horrible. Oh my God, they were just horrible.
I had the TI, the Texas Instruments. I think I always get them confused with the graphing calculator because I had to buy so many of those. It was whatever the
yeah.
I think it was the TI 99, but you would plug it in to the back of your television. It didn't have its own monitor.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah.
And before Baldur's Gate came around, there was oh God, what was it? It was absolutely it was the typing game, Plover's Egg.
Oh, I don't remember that one.
You typed in commands and it wouldn't let you do things you wanted to do, like
right.
You don't want to do that.
Yeah. Some of those
one?
I remember some of those like that.
That's naughty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You never make it past the wizard or whatever. It's like, some of those.
Exactly.
It's almost like a choose your own adventure thing. Oh, it looks like Daniel Smith is showing up. I see a backdrop of what might be Waterdeep. He looks like he's dialing in. So Connor, if you can figure it out, go for it. I think that'd be really cool. If you can't, that's cool too.
Hey, before you get, my first action is gonna be drink my potion.
Drink your healing potion.
Yeah. I think for the picture, I might have to have a camera or something like that because I can't find a way to kind of change the background. I can change my name. I just can't find a way to change my background.
I was thinking you might be able to just upload some image of like a wizard that you think that might look like, some artist's rendering or whatever. Yeah. Not necessarily your picture, but obviously, but just something like that. Like
I just can't find a way to upload something at the moment.
Yeah, no worries. Just And Mark, I think after we stop, we'll talk. After I stop recording, we talk about schedules. If you want to do it,
Sounds great.
Okay.
And
So let me forget.
And by the way, Connor, if you find an image, make it the Blade Runner.
Oh.
That guy that runs really fast with no legs. With no legs. Because I think you're gonna carry me on your back.
Daniel, there he is connecting now. I think everybody's having some zoomy issues here.
I'm not, believe it or not.
I know, you were right in.
Yeah.
Woohoo!
Hey, welcome, Taz.
Welcome, Tazvian.
Taz.
Woohoo! We haven't started yet. I had a street taco to finish, and we were just chit-chatting.
All right, cool.
So just in time for you to watch Harlen and Ellisar get manhandled from on top of that castle wall.
Yeah, Daniel, by the way, great idea about making us go forward when we had 19 hit points apiece.
I didn't. I don't remember that at all.
That's right.
I think I told you guys to avoid the main road, right?
Come on, we can keep going. Your arm's only halfway hanging off. Just keep on going.
It's only a flesh wound.
It's just a flesh wound. Just cut your bloody arm off. It's right there.
You can use
No,
it as
it
a weapon.
Oh man! All right, let me share where you guys are at here. I don't have any music playing. Oh, guys, I got my first copyright claim.
Oops.
On last video. So one of those music things that I played somehow. I mean, I'm not making any money, so it doesn't matter. But I guess it's hard to demonetize 0.
So basically, you put public domain and then you claimed it.
I guess I don't know what happened, but I was like, I don't care. I like the music, so I'll play music again. And
those residual checks come in, you'll be living large.
Yeah.
I can't believe it has to be like bots doing it too. Was it from the most recent one?
Yeah, it was the one from last week. It's got to be. There's no way that a person could find that. I mean,
Rhapsody.
Out of the 29 people that have watched it,
exactly. One of them was the composer. Oh, that's my song.
Yes.
You stealing my music.
The sad news was it was Uwe Boll.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, that's funny. All right, so let's see. I will.
Here we die.
I do want to see how this goes. Yeah, I'm gonna play. I want to play this. I don't want to make it too loud in my ears. Then I'll go back and see if I can learn and share. Share computer sound. Ooh. All right, let's do this. It says I'm screen sharing. All right.
Nice.
Okay. Back up. Can you guys hear the music?
Yep.
Okay, cool. All right, so let's see. When last we left, you all had found the ruins of Harpshield Castle. You had, I think it's fair to say you all had discovered that it was currently occupied by some inhabitants. This is the map. This is the castle. As you kind of approached it, this is the map. You guys had approached from the west on this little trail, and it's tough to see, but I don't know if you noticed these little like fortifications that they had placed all around the trail on this western side. Lots of jagged sticks of wood and things like that to try to make approach more difficult, and so in fact to kind of funnel approach through this western trail.
Or
so they
escape.
Or escape, exactly. And they had some patrols, right? These two orcs were on patrol.
That's right. Yeah, because we were running on the bottom and then stopped, and then I know exactly where me and Harlen. Harlen, you shouldn't have listened to me.
I'm gonna turn this down a little bit more.
And Daniel.
So yeah. Well, Taz and Gimnir are in fine shape. They've kind of shimmied up on top of the wall. So the walls are basically broken down. There's only one structure that goes 2 stories in this thing, and that's this tower over here that you saw from a distance. So most of these walls, they're smooth top, but it's basically open air at this point in most respects. So you guys are sort of shimmering across the top of these thick walls here. Gimnir and Taz are, and I can't remember exactly where you were along the wall, either of you, so you have to just remind me, but I know you had kind of all had hidden from the patrol. The patrols had made their way back around this way, and then Ellisar and Harlen had kind of
We were right under that, where that bridge we thought was a bridge right under there. Keep on going to the right. We were right there.
Yeah, and y'all were running.
Oh, we were booking it because
We're booking. And then because you were going to try to make it to this space before
that's absolutely right.
To the rubble. And so you guys had kind of made it to here, and then both of you rolled stealth checks.
And
Harlan's check was less than stellar.
And mine was like native, we got it.
Some pig slop was kicked, the bucket splashed, and you two both, you freeze in your tracks, or do you double down and keep running faster?
Are you asking us?
Yes.
Okay. Are there any other guards or anything around there?
What you hear is from the other side of the arch. Alright. Who goes there?
Pig slop delivery.
We didn't order no pig slop.
That's not what.
Make a deception roll. Hang on. Let's see.
I couldn't even think of a name.
Make a deception check. I know you have high charisma.
I think that's what Bob told to do. Bob told us to bring in the charisma check, and I got a 17 plus. Wait. 17 plus. Let me get my. How do I get out of full screen? 17 plus. I'm not attractive.
No. Yeah. So it's -1, right?
Yeah. So it's 16.
Okay. Yeah. And all of a sudden you hear just an Orcish. We didn't order no pig slop. 2 guards walk towards you underneath the arch. We got plenty of pig slop.
We show no weapons, and we say, "Well, here it is." I mean, we'll take.
Harlan's got slop all over him. Where's your?
What can you say?
Looks like you're wearing pig slop, not bringing it in.
Oh, I tripped.
He tripped, and we'll take some money off that you owe us. We'll give this delivery to you for free. We'll bring the next one guaranteed slop free. No tripping, no nothing.
The 2 orcs start talking to each other, both hands on axes, kind of underneath their breath. I just want to check in with Gimnir.
We're not fighters. We're pig sloppers.
Your hands are up. Harlan, are your hands up?
Yep, my hands are behind my head at the moment.
Like one of these moves?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gimnir, and I just want to check in with Gimnir and Taz. You guys are sort of probably seeing this go down, even though these are 10-foot squares. So, I mean, they're good. Depending on where, I forgot where you guys both ended up. If you're up on this leg here, you still got some belly crawling to do to get even close to being able to kind of look up and then down the wall to where they're at, like down and into the walls on the other side of the yard there where they're at. But let me know where y'all are at. I don't recall exactly.
Yeah, hey Ryan.
Yeah.
How hardy these orcs look?
They look very hardy. These are some tough looking orcs.
Okay.
Is that music too loud for you guys?
That's all right.
Okay.
That's fine. I can hear you.
It's harder. It's getting hard. It's kind of the volume. I'm just getting kind of hard for me to hear myself.
Okay.
Easy for me to say.
Gotcha.
I'm just gonna take it. Okay.
Yeah, right.
Okay. So they look hardy, and then Taz and Gimnir. Where are you guys at?
We were on this wall, on the south end of the wall, right on this little peek out close to these tents.
This section here?
Yeah, because I was planning on throwing a torch onto that tent.
That's right. That's right.
Yep.
Okay. So
And then
you
Gimnir was flanking Taz, so he was just back a little bit on the other jut out.
kind of here.
Go north about 3 squares across that little gap.
Oh, this jut out.
Yep. uh-huh.
Okay.
And
Okay.
then Gimnir that psychic net up with Gimnir and Harlen and Ellisar.
Okay. So you're communicating psychically. You've got about, so that's, what is this? 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 110, just to make the circumference there, just on crawling. I don't know what crawling pace is.
These are 10-foot squares.
10-foot squares.
Yeah. So the gap between the two is about 10 feet.
Yeah, you could potentially jump it.
Yeah.
Whatever your leaping is, and close it that way. Do you have a torch lit right now, Taz?
No, I was actually about to light it.
Okay, so you were about to light it. You probably heard like the pail as well get kicked, and it just sort of are you like in a holding position?
No, I'm actually just gonna light the torch and throw it on that tent.
Fantastic. They will probably figure out that you all are here, I'm guessing. We'll see what happens. So if you are here, 5, 10, 15, 20, just chunk it and just give me like an athletics check just to see what kind of accuracy you got. Yeah. Does it slip out of your hand or does it hit?
Sorry, what did you want me to roll?
Probably athletics.
Athletics?
It's more of a like what is that shot put toss at this point as opposed to an accuracy thing.
23.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
In fact, what do you with that roll? I mean, what are you trying to just light it up? Are you trying to kind of slide it underneath and still stay secret? What's your intention?
I'm trying to light this tent on fire, but I'm not specifically trying to be seen, but
okay.
As a distraction, I mean, I heard that there was like some movement in the tent, so there's
Yep.
Maybe some orcs in there.
Yep. So the leather, it's a leather tent, sort of stretched over. It begins to sort of crackle, pop a little bit, sizzle. Some of there's an orc or two sort of kind of meandering around this center section here, this campfire, and one of them starts to sniff the air. You can barely see it from where you're at, but it's like, what else is cooking? From over on that side. Meanwhile, back on the trail, the two orcs are conferring with Harlen and Ellisar, and they say,
No, yeah.
They're not. They take their hands off their axes, and they say, "Well, if somebody ordered pig slop, we know who it is. You can come inside. Come with us." And they want you to follow them inside the castle.
Let's go. This pig slop could probably put out that fire.
Am I sharing my whole screen or just the PowerPoint?
Whole screen now. Now not.
Okay, so
it's regular. Yeah.
Yeah, so let me do this. I'm gonna do a new share and just do the PowerPoint.
Okay.
Because I gotta hop over to some other things here real quick. Now you're still seeing the PowerPoint.
Who am I? Yes. Who am I communicating with?
You're just
telepathically.
Oh, Gimnir.
Yes.
I think you connected with Gimnir.
Yeah,
Gimnir.
telepathic link for you, Ellisar, Harlen, and I. Can only do 3 of us.
Okay. Oh, okay. Gimnir, do you think it'd be wise to try to get in there and try to, if Harlen can get in there to try to put out the fire, and then you guys get in by throwing pig slop on the fire by offering help? Do you think that'll work?
I think
Not-
Taz just
I
lit
agree.
the tent on fire. It's about to get crazy in there.
Okay, let's do that then.
The tent is starting to
We'll just
smolder
follow the Orcs and see what they.
and smoke.
Okay. Okay.
Uh,
Okay.
you hear some commotion inside here. Meanwhile, you actually, Harlan and Ellisar, really can't hear the commotion. This is happening on the inside. These walls are very thick. They're 10-foot thick walls. You can't really hear.
Okay.
You really don't know what's going on the
Gotcha.
inside. All you know is that
All right,
these
so
two
where's
guard
Ellisar?
orcs have asked you to come inside. And they say,
All right. Now, are they going?
uh,
Go ahead.
Zukosh will have ordered the slop. We'll bring you to him. You can ask him yourself. Yeah, ask Zukosh. And they start to snicker as they kind of lead you around the underside here of the arch and in a little sort of doorway that goes into this little room right here. Are you guys following him?
Okay. Now, wait a minute. Now, wait a minute. This is important. Following them, they're in front of us.
One is in front of you, one is behind you. They're sort of
God,
walking you in.
Harlan cannot communicate with me, right? That was one
Yeah,
of the
yeah. We can all
couldn't
three
do.
talk with each other.
Harlan, on the count of three, you take one in front of me, you take the one in back, and we just can't trip the hell out of him until, heck out of him until they die, and we're gonna throw some slop on.
Okay.
But first, I drink my potion.
All right. Drink your potion of healing.
How much healing did that do?
I think
I
it's.
forget.
I should always have this
was it
handy.
Was that a greater healing potion, or was that a 1 through 4? 1 to 4.
That's a D4. It's a D4. I think it's a 1D4 plus.
Oh my god!
Plus 2. Oh man, this is one of the things I always said I wanted to tape onto my DM screen that I always forget to do that. Let's see, potion of, oh, here we go. Potion of healing, 2D4 plus 2. 2D4 plus 2.
Okay, so 3, 4. That's 3 and 4. What's that? 7, 9. So I
Very
had
good.
9.
Okay, so you added 9.
That's not
So
gonna-
you're just sort of taking
well,
a swig.
yeah.
That's a good
Harlan,
roll.
I suggest you do the same in my mind.
Harlan,
I'm at max right now, so I'm
Harlan?
good.
you're maxed out. Okay. The fire is crackling for Taz and Gimnir. If you're watching, you see some movement in this tent, and then sort of a big female orc sort of lumbers out, sniffs the air, and starts to just lumber across the yard this way, away from you all. Boom, 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 boom. And she's just all the way to this black thing here, right? And then she yells over her shoulder, something in Orcish. 2 more orcs arrive out of these tents and come over and meet her at the well.
Ah!
Again, that's a well. So they start hauling big pails of water out and just start jogging them all the way back.
Why did we come to this orc-infested castle again?
To meet up with the Griffin Rider.
Oh, that's right. He better be on time, and that Griffin Rider better hold 5.
It's a level 1 Griffin Rider.
Uh-oh.
He's like they send like the intern. Hey guys, is this the spot for the castle?
he's riding a baby goat with wings attached to
Yeah, exactly. It's an intern. So they just start. The tent is definitely on fire. They're distracted. They're working on putting it out. You two are now kind of. One is you're entering into this room here. Are you going to go ahead and enter the room? Or are you going to try to stay on the outside here? That's you two being
boy.
Ellisar and Harlen.
Yeah. Harlan. I communicate to Harlan. I have a potion of climbing.
Okay.
Um,
I have
it.
Misty Step, so I can teleport up to
all right,
30 feet.
All right. Yes, Misty step to the top of that, and I will climb. Take the potion of climbing, so we can get above them. Is that possible, Ryan?
So you can. There's actually a wooden structure kind of that sits on top of this
Right.
room here.
Yeah.
And there's a wooden structure that sits on top of this room. You wouldn't have necessarily seen it from the ground, but
Right.
these walls are 14 feet high walls, 10 foot thick, 14 feet high. So you can try to just levitate off the ground once you get inside this room. Is that what you're trying to? And there's also stairs right here that go up across the arch. So, and as you guys are sort of having this conversation, the one in the lead kind of just comes and stands here at the steps and points to you both and says, Zukosh is that way. Up the steps.
Yeah. I don't know orc.
And the one in the back goes, yeah, go sell your slop to Zukosh, and kind of gives you a shove in the back, Harlan, into this room.
So that would lead me to, and I'm telling this to Harlan, that would mean that what's up there is more dangerous than what's down here.
Probably.
So you want to try to take these guys on down here?
Yeah, we could try. I have a couple melee spells, so I think I'll be fine.
And I've got a cantrip. So
So one's at the foot of the stairs, one behind with a squeaky high voice kind of shoved you in the back. Kind of y'all both are in this little room right now, which is still fairly sizable. It's 30 feet by 30 feet, or 30 by 30. So,
all right, Ryan, I still have a bucket of slop in my hands. Okay?
You still have the what?
Bucket of slop?
No, the bucket of slop. You have the bucket.
Oh.
The slop is empty. Most of it's all over Harlan.
Harlan, I say this in my mind. Harlan, shove it at that guy's face, and when you shove it in his face, I'm going to do a cantrip of a spell of gosh darn it.
You want me to shove the bucket in his face?
Yeah, why not?
Okay.
It'll gross him out and distract him while I cast a witch bolt on him.
Okay. I'll take this bucket and I'll shove it into the orc's face.
Okay.
And I
trying to like distract him kind of almost.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's two there, all right, and then at least 3 in the courtyard. So Taz, you're watching them kind of work on the fire. That's and Gimnir, you're definitely you kind of got the catbird view of it. If you're still sitting on this little archway, you're definitely able to count orcs. Several more have now emerged from the tents. You count at least 6 in the courtyard.
I'll relay that to Ellisar and Harlen. Got at least 6 inside trying to put a fire out.
And they've kind of made a little, they're not the brightest. So they were trying to kind of work together and like pass the pails. And then one of them started just drinking out of the pail. And the other one just smacked it in the head and said, no, put out the fire. And then sneered at him and then sort of went and dumped it, kind of missed it on purpose. You know, the fire is smoldering. This tent though is about halfway burned, but it's kind of going out. But you guys have now got a good count of the number of orcs in this courtyard. And
Harlan, you want to stick to our original plan?
Yeah, let's go with that.
Okay, roll initiative, you two.
17.
Okay.
And then 19.
Yeah.
All right. 17, 19, and let me get this real quick.
Don't you dare say 20.
Harlan, what's your dex score?
16.
Oh, you got to be kidding me.
Oh no.
16. Okay, you're in good shape. You're in good shape.
Yay.
All right, so as well, they're in for Gimnir and Taz. You might know this is happening telepathically. I don't know if they're talking to you yet or not.
Right.
But Harlan, I'm not going to count the bucket shove as kind of your first action in combat, but you definitely shove the bucket unless you want that to be your attack.
No, just do it as like a distraction, I guess.
Yeah,
Okay.
distraction. Because I got something ready to go.
All right.
Yeah.
So go for it with the with what
Which
you're going
bolt?
to do. So you got the little one behind you, the one that just shoved you. Is that the one you turn and shove in the face with the bucket?
I'll do the one in front near Ellisar.
Yeah.
The one here,
closer to him.
close to the bottom of these stairs right here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't answer it for you, Connor. Sorry.
Yeah, right there's good.
Okay.
Right, and then I'm gonna cast Shadow Blade. So
Yes.
Okay.
I like weave together like shadows to create like a sword of shadows in my
Okay.
hand,
Okay.
and then it's a concentration. So I'm gonna
okay.
swing at the one I just shoved in the face with the bucket.
That was the one
Yes.
behind you.
Yeah,
I
I'm
think.
gonna like,
Okay. You're gonna swing at that one.
yeah.
Got it.
All right, and then
Here, I can probably do this. This actually might help. Let me just kind of give where they are here. So the two orcs are going to be green waffles. There's one right here. And then there's the
Okay.
one kind of underneath this arch that shoved you guys. It's kind of
Yep.
hard to see, isn't it? And you two are, I'll put you in red. You were kind of
Yep.
getting ready, Ellisar, you're getting ready to head up the steps. And this one just
Yep.
shoved you in the back.
Right. So let me ask you that, and this is going on very quickly in my mind.
Mhm.
Harlan, you got that one? Okay. So I am going to attack the one that Harlan did not attack with a witch bolt.
Okay, so hold that thought.
Does that make
Harlan,
sense? Yep.
did you need to roll an attack roll on with yours
Yes.
as a saving throw?
I do.
Oh,
I have to roll an
sorry,
attack
yeah.
roll.
That's okay.
I'm good.
Okay, roll a hit.
That'll be a 17 to hit,
Totally. Yeah, you just smash it.
and then that'll be here, 8 points of what is it? That's here. I think it's necrotic damage, but let me
Okay.
just check. No, yeah, it's necrotic damage.
Oof. All right. Yeah, so that it looks as you hit it, it just sort of kind of just doesn't really shriek. It just sort of goes, "Ugh," makes this sort of internal grumbling, life-sucking noise, and just kind of looks at you perplexed. Does that end your turn?
Yes, it does.
It's going to, after you do that, it's going to take its great axe, which is kind of had, by the handle anyways, and just going to instinctually swing right at you. He's probably a little shaken. Does a 14 hit?
It does, but I'm gonna cast shield on myself.
Okay. So what does shield do?
It for like that round, it bumps up my armor class to 19.
Okay. So is shield a bonus action?
It's a reaction.
As a reaction. Got it. All right. So yeah, you cast shield as a reaction, and the great axe just smashes into this magical, I'm assuming like a magical force that kind of surrounds your body. Seeing this, the other orc has kind of got an advantage. The one that's sort of right in front of you, Ellisar, just sort of says, "Oh, you ain't selling pig slop," and he just tries to smash you with his great axe.
Me?
You. Kona says, "Yes, smash him with the great axe." It's a 20.
No.
I'm already getting the damage dice. I'm assuming a 20 hits.
Yeah, 20 does hit.
Okay. Let's see. Oh, great axe. That's the wrong one. Glad I checked. I was getting ready to roll some Mac Daddy damage on you.
No, it's a 1d4, right?
It's 1d4 minus 4. No, let's see. Great axe. 11 points of slashing damage.
Oh boy.
Just
Okay.
right into you.
Let me get rid of. All right.
So, I can give you guys.
Okay.
You guys don't have to use an action or bonus action to telepathically communicate with Taz and Ellisar.
Okay. In that case, I just scream.
In your mind or out loud? Okay.
In my mind. So
Mhm.
help. And then whose turn is it?
It's your turn.
Okay. Oh, crud. It's a 20, but it's not a natural 20.
Okay, that'll hit.
So that is a D12 and a 10 points of damage.
Ooh, that's a good hit. And what was that again?
10 points of damage for.
What was the weapon?
Oh, it was a witch bolt. So it's electric damage.
Okay. Let's do some combat music going.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it just lights up, just shocks, and he's like, "Argh!" And then.
Now, while I do that, this is kind of important. When I did that, I was how close was I to him?
You're right on. You're like right here. You're like right next to him.
Oh.
Sorry, I'm gonna turn it down a little bit.
Slap him on his face and keep them there.
Okay, you just gotta hold his bat orc head.
Right, because if I remember correctly, the next turn it still does damage.
I don't think you have to stay in contact with him.
Yeah,
I think
it's an auto hit next turn.
It's sort of like an electric connection. Think of it like a taser.
So either way, I do a Home Alone thing on his face. Boom.
That's fine. That's even better. You're just holding them.
Yep.
Taz and Ellisar, do you guys want to pull into this, or do you want to just sort of listen for the clues to see how you think things are going in this little room that you can't see into?
Yeah, so I heard Ellisar's cry for help. And so we've got the bird's eye view of the orcs trying to put the fire out. They appear to be busy doing what they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm looking for a brief moment where I can do a standing long leap of 25 feet.
Oh man!
So I want to. Yep, it's a grung.
Yeah.
And so he's just going to leap from where he's at across that big gap over to Taz, so that he can whisper in the Taz ear and say, "Those other two need help." And I think I've listened to them talk. I think they're in that room by the arch.
Okay. So you guys, so you can leap and then use the rest of your movement to get to Taz.
My movement list here is 25 feet. So the leap takes the movement.
Oh, it does. Okay.
And then if I'm not next to Taz, I could use a bonus action dash.
Okay.
But I wouldn't want to go the full 50 feet of a dash. I'd want to go just kind of slowly to try to stay in stealth mode just to get the Taz.
Okay. Uh-oh, we got an ad popping up in our epic music. Skip ad. Okay. Yeah.
Taz,
I think you got there. Yeah, Taz is here in the pink dash, so you could definitely make it to him.
Yeah. Okay, so now I'll just kind of whisper quietly,
Okay.
kind of relay quickly. These two were captured. They were being escorted in, and then Ellisar yelled for help. So.
Yep. Okay. Taz.
So down here, are they still messing, trying to put out this smoldering fire?
The fire they probably are actually in the amount of time that this has taken place. They're still working this fire. They're still just sort of kind of, it's almost like a clown car type of situation. They're bumping into each other. Two of them have started fighting each other way over here, just sort of like they bump shoulders in this little space here. Just a shoving match, nothing too outrageous. And then a couple of more that are maybe, it's hard to tell who's in charge, but they look like they might have a little bit more sense. They're still working on putting out the fire. It's smoldering, but they're still putting water on it.
Okay. So I have a couple javelins, so I'm gonna get a javelin ready.
Okay.
And just because it would take me a while to even get over to that room, so I'm just gonna keep a javelin ready, and if I see any of them start to move towards that room,
okay,
start hurling javelins.
Sounds good. So you kind of you're just sort of, are you still kind of laying sort of flat on the rock face, on the wall top there?
Yeah. I'll if I see one of them, I'll just lay flat until I see one of them start moving towards that door.
Okay. Harlen, you don't know what's happening out there. Is anybody communicating with Harlen telepathically?
Gimnir is.
Okay.
Because we just relay. I got the Taz, but we're still pretty far away from where I think you guys are.
And so you kind of hear that in your head, Harlen, as this orc is right up in your face. You've just kind of smashed it with these shadow swords. Is that what it was called?
Shadow blade.
Shadow blade. And it just, it hit you square. It couldn't have been a more flush hit, but with your shield reaction, it just went boom, and it's sort of looking at you, sort of kind of eyeballing you. This chicken bone is stronger than it looks. And it's your turn.
All right. I still have Shadow Blade in my hand. It's lasts a minute.
Okay.
So I'm gonna try to swing with it again.
Go for it.
There'll be a 21 to hit this time.
Yeah, that hits.
And then that'll be 12 points of it. It's actually psychic damage.
Oh, 12 points of psychic damage?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's not necrotic. It's actually psychic.
Okay. Let's do this real quick here. You guys are still looking at the map, I assume. Well, shoot. All right. So you.
No, now we're at the map again.
Oh, were you seeing me on trying to get to YouTube?
Yeah.
Oh man, I gotta share.
But now I'm back on the map.
Okay.
You're back.
Okay. All right. I was trying to get another. We'll deal with the music later. So is it the blade that hits him and does psychic damage?
Yes. It's like imagine like a black sword with like kind of purple flames on it.
Nice.
You know what, Ryan? You might understand that. Think of the black blade from Elric, the Soul Stealer.
Okay.
I like that.
Yeah, got it. So Harlen, describe what happens to an orc that succumbs to psychic damage with this blade. Did we lose you, Harlen?
There you go.
Okay, you're back.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
What happens?
Swing with the sword.
Mush him.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna kind of chop off his arm.
Oh.
Instead of like kind of blood going everywhere, it's kind of like purple flame that kind of is the blood.
Just like flying out.
Yeah.
Oh, it's awesome. And it just sort of kind of reaches for the stump, and the flame sort of flies through its orcish fingertips and just falls forward, face first onto the ground. Thonk. His compatriot, seeing this, turns from you, not Gimnir, from you, Ellisar. I've got you guys kind of mixed up here.
Sorry.
And then
Now,
and starts sprinting towards this little doorway.
oh, opportunity of attack.
Oh shoot! What is going on?
I was holding on to his face.
Okay, so you're gonna take an opportunity attack as he starts to run, and then.
Oh yeah, and by the way, before he even begins to turn, I have both hands on either side of his face.
Yeah.
I have a strength of 18. I automatically hit. I'll roll the dice in a minute for damage.
Okay.
But I take both my thumbs and plunge them into his eyes.
All right. So he tries to break free and take that run towards the door. And then you do this and roll your damage.
3.
Oh,
up. Yeah.
So as he sort of wrestles out of the thumbs and continues to move towards this door here as he kind of slips away.
What?
Does Harlen get an opportunity to attack?
Am I in 5 feet of him?
No, he's kind of moving across the floor here. He makes it all the way to the door, but Harlen, it is your turn.
All right.
Oh, Harlen, go.
Just reaching out.
We're still within that 1 minute, right?
Yeah. How far away is he from me right now?
Is 10, 20, about 25 feet.
All right. Harlan's gonna try to like spin around and throw his shadow blade at the orc.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go for it.
That's what I'm talking about.
Let's see here. Ooh, that'll be a 15 to hit.
You hit him.
All right. And then that'll be 7 points of psychic damage.
Again, describe what happens with Shadow Blade psychic damage as it's impaled into his back this time.
Kind of like last time. Like instead of blood oozing out, just like purple flame kind of just like
out of the hole in his
out.
back. It's like a
No, and it comes out of his chest like a chest burster, an alien.
It's just like the flame is flying, and he like smashes into the door forward, and then just collapses onto the ground here at the in front of the door. The door is still shut.
Yep. Cool. The flame's gonna disappear for now.
Okay. You guys are now in this room. These guys are gone. You two are in this room. Taz is up here, and let's see, Gimnir. I'll draw you as a green star. And you guys are both kind of. Oh, that's not green. Well, you get to be a yellow star. Now there's two of you. I gotta stop. One of these days, I'll learn how to use these annotation features. Oh my gosh. Select. There we go. I'm going to move the star over here so I can delete it. Okay. You two up here kind of monitoring the situation. You see an orc sort of look this way. I mean, it's 10, 20, 30 yards away. It's kind of sitting here. It's plopped down. It's got a big mug, and its feet are crossed, and just sort of looks over its left shoulder, stands up, stretches, and just sort of meanders right about to here, and then stops. And he stops as if he's listening for the door.
I say in my mind to Harlen.
Moves a little bit closer, and then just kind of standing in front of the door.
Can Gimnir relay what he's seeing while it's happening to Harlen and Ellisar?
Absolutely. Harlen and Ellisar, are you just still standing where you were at?
I'm trying to hide because I'm really in bad shape.
Okay. I'm gonna stop sharing very quickly if I can,
Okay.
and just see if I can reconnect with some of the. There we go. Let's see if I can get back to some stuff here. That's a Brie commercial. We don't need that. Let's do this one.
Come on, who doesn't need a Peloton?
I know. All right. I'll turn this up a little bit. I just want it to run kind of in the background. It may not be exactly the right.
And in my mind, I go to Harlan. Harlan, did you say you didn't need that potion?
No, I don't need it.
Oh, okay. Just
All right.
checking.
If I
That's
share
right.
this. Okay. So now we're back on. You guys can hear that now too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a
Okay.
little bit loud.
Is it? Okay. Now, if I go back to the, can you see the screen or are you just looking at the PowerPoint?
Nope. Screen.
So you can see the YouTube?
No, we see the PowerPoint.
Nope. Screen.
Okay.
Screen.
Yeah, power. Okay, good. All right. Is that better?
Yeah.
Cool. So I got rid of annotation. You guys are in this room, in this little room here, and you're, are you going to take a second to look around?
Yeah. As a matter of fact, I am going to go to Gibbs and say, Gibbs, do any of the orcs seem to have? Do they have any ranged weapons?
What do I see?
From where you're looking back onto the courtyard, you see a number of different sort of rudimentary ranged and melee weapons. You see axes stacked, you see javelins. In fact, you see spears.
Yeah.
So there's quite a few.
Quite a few, Ellisar.
Okay. As a matter, I'm going to use.
They look pretty stupid.
Ryan, let me know when it's my turn. I have an action I'm going to take.
Okay. I'm trying to move this out of the way so I can get to what I need to. There it is. I'm good. Yeah. So you see the room that you're in. If you guys are going to look around in this room after hearing that relay from Gimnir, there's tables in this room. There's a big table. There's several stools, and there's the wooden stairs that you see on the far wall, that southern wall. And you see basically a weapons rack in this room as well. This orc is still standing sort of out in front, and then it sort of hunches its shoulders and begins to walk back towards the tent area here. Now, so Harlan and Ellisar, inside this room, there's the kind of the door where the orc's body is in front of, the wooden stairs going up, and then there's this little kind of basically hole in the wall here on this side that they led you into this room from. You guys decide what do you want to do?
Go through the door to the other side, not outside, but do like the kind of walkway.
The stairs?
Yeah.
Up to you guys. Or do you guys want to try to all meet up? Party divided is always stronger.
Yeah. That's our motto.
A DM's delight.
I am actually going to use my potion of climbing to get on top of that wall, so I can cover the three guys below with crossbow fire.
Remember, there's a wooden ceiling on top of this room that you're in.
Shoot, never mind. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
And this is a wooden wall, basically.
Okay, I'm going to join with the rest of the guys, but I'm going to be in the back.
So, Harlan, are you walking up these steps?
No, I'm not.
Okay. So you guys can see that this has got a wooden kind of roof on it from where you're at here. You two are in here. Are y'all going to go back out and then around? Or are you going to try to go in and get their attention from inside the courtyard? Or are you got to just organize telepathically a place to meet maybe in the rubble?
I missed it, Ryan. How many orcs did we see? I know there's probably more, but were there like 8, 10?
Gimnir, did you relay what you saw? I think you did.
Yeah.
Yeah, 6.
Courtyard.
Yep, at least 6 in the courtyard.
6 that we could see, but the alarm has not been raised for a fire. Is that correct?
That is, well, they put out the fire. No alarm was raised. They didn't seem to really put 2 and 2 together about where the fire might have started. You haven't really, there's not like a, you can't, I mean, you wouldn't know that, but Gimnir and Ellisar, Gimnir and Taz, you guys would have just seen them going like, oh, another fire.
Telepathically, I say, perhaps if we build a large wooden badger.
You guys want to move over towards the rubble like the originally planned? And that'll give y'all a flanking spot as we can start trying to pick them off from up on this perch.
Yes.
All right, sounds good.
And I'll sort of whisper this to Taz.
Okay.
They got delayed, but they're okay. They're going to move over to the rubble like we talked about earlier.
So if they're moving to the rubble, do we want to try to carefully move to, like, I'm just going to draw all crazy on here.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Go for it.
So like this area right here?
You guys are going to hit, let me do this. You guys are going to hit, and I apologize for it not showing very well here. But if you think about this, so basically there's a wooden structure over all that.
So we would need to climb down and kind of go along the road if we want to get to rejoin them.
Yeah, so that's kind of what.
Okay.
There's a wooden structure across this. There's a wooden, this is the arch, right? So there's that, and then there's like a structure on top of this thing as well.
So is it a lot taller than the wall that we're currently on, or could we get on top of it?
You could probably get on top of it.
I say we get on top of it and take the higher ground.
Well, if you guys... Actually, I should probably end up down here somewhere.
Okay.
But if I get you guys up here, you guys could just take pot shots from above.
That's my plan. If I live.
All right. Well, I'm fine with that. If we can do that. Once we get over there, can I just use my glaive to kind of like give them just haul them up?
To try to get the attentions of the orcs?
No. I want to use my glaive to help.
Pull them up.
Yeah, pull them
on
up.
top of the wood.
Yeah.
Yep, absolutely. Yeah. You guys can hop up and kind of shimmy over. I'll get rid of some of this too. So you're kind of on top of this structure now, and you guys are kind of here on the rubble. Make either a strength or athletics check with your glaive to see if you can help pull. And by the way, Harlen and Ellisar, you both are able to kind of just easily exit this room without any real issue. Nothing else comes out of it. I told you what was in it, and then you guys are kind of out here. So.
Are they helping as they try to get up on the wall?
They're just trying to, like, there's not a lot. It's rubble. It's kind of loose. The ground underneath.
I'm gonna go ahead and use my potion of climbing.
Oh, okay. Because I rolled a 7.
And Gimnir has like a standing high jump at 15 feet, so he'll just like from where he's at hop on top if he can, and then he'll be on top trying to, he's only like 30 inches tall, but his little arms reaching over trying to help whoever can grab it the last little foot or two.
Yeah. So you guys are kind of struggling. You've got a potion of climbing.
Yep.
Ellisar?
Yep,
Yeah.
not anymore, but I took it.
Okay, yeah, you just shimmy. So what is that? For how long does that last?
Hold on a second. I wrote it down, but I didn't put it on there. Now, I'm assuming I can only use it once, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's just assume that.
Okay,
I mean,
you can basically scurry all over these walls at the moment.
I'm just using it to get on top of the roof. That's all.
And Harlan, you're getting on top of the roof as well. Is that right?
Yes.
Harlan, let us Eldritch blast the crud out of these guys one at a time. Just boom, 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 boom.
So, Gimnir, you're trying to help as well. So roll a strength check to see if you can help Harlan get up there.
Oh, sorry.
Okay. Give me a second here. Get to the other screen.
Can I help too?
Yeah, you can. You roll with advantage since you got kind of potion of climbing.
All right.
Does that give you like spider? 14? Okay, yeah. Between you and Ellisar
and Gibbs.
Harlan, you're able to sort of shimmy up on the roof. All four of you now are on top of this wooden roof, and it sort of begins to creak.
Uh-oh.
And you hear some a few cracks of wood, some wood splintering as you're standing on top of this wooden roof. And it seems very shaky.
I'm gonna lay on my stomach with my crossbow, so my weight is distributed.
So you're just gonna lay flat on your stomach
with my with my short crossbow and bolts. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, you guys are still sort of okay on the
Gimner's
roof.
going to try to spread out stealthily and acrobatically.
Okay.
Yeah, sort of same spot. Like he'll move to the other corner.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then Taz, is this you down here in the rubble?
Yeah, that's me.
So as Taz hops off, the roof feels like it gets a little bit more stable. And so let's see. So where are
Harlan or the orcs?
I say Harlan? Where are you at?
I'm gonna be standing one of the corners on the roof, kind of like crouching down.
Up here, maybe?
Yes.
Okay. And then Gimnir, you are kind of spread out. Are you sort of maybe over here? Or maybe up front here?
Yeah, that'd be fine.
Okay. And then, let's see, Ellisar, where are you at on the roof?
I'm going to be like at the upper northeast corner. Right there. Good,
Okay.
Good.
I don't know why it's not letting me draw another one, but all right. Anyway, well, I know where you're at. You're right in there. Got it. Okay.
Yep.
Here, maybe I can do a stamp. There you go. All right. And then, so you guys are all four kind of on top of the roof. These orcs are just sort of milling around. There's 6 of them, as far as you can see, right? Gimnir Taz and Gimnir and Taz, you guys had spent a little bit of time kind of paying attention, and you feel pretty confident that there are 6 orcs kind of milling around in this area, in this space here in the courtyard. Give me 1 second here.
So they're just milling about. We're probably in a pretty good spot where they wouldn't see us at the moment.
Correct.
So Gimnir is going to light one of his torches.
Okay.
And launch it at that big tent, right in the center.
Okay.
It's about 20 feet away.
Yeah. See, make a. Let's see.
I'll just try to time it when no one's really sort of looking this way.
Okay.
And then I'll quickly let it fly.
Okay. Yeah. Go ahead and chunk it.
And what do you want me to roll?
It's a little closer. Do sleight of hand. It's gotta be a finesse,
acrobatic?
kind of a finesse roll. Either one of those is fine. I'm thinking like horseshoes. Like, what's it take? It doesn't really take strength. But
Horseshoes and hand grenades.
Yeah.
16.
16. Yeah, you're able to sort of chunk a torch. Kind of flies through the air. And as
I also want to aim for that back right side.
this one over
It
here.
would be to the east. The tent closer to us.
This
and
one.
And then I would go, I guess, to the east, towards the rubble, toward that back side. So it looks like the door is opening towards the campfire. So I'm aiming for the back side of the tent, kind of right
Somewhere on this side over here. Got it. Yeah.
Kind of away from where people might be milling around.
Yeah, you toss it. It's no problem, and it just sort of slides right underneath that back side of the tent there. And you wait a minute, and you see the smoke again start to come out. There's some smoke coming out of the front of this tent here. A little bit of flame smoldering, and then
Gimnir's like, Ellisar, Harlen, y'all got to see this.
and then
Just wait to watch them react.
So a big lumbering orc comes out of this tent and is like, if you could hear cursing in Orcish, it would just be a string of the most foul-sounding Orcish curse words you've ever heard in your life, with a punctuation mark of, "You gotta be bleeping kidding me, not again."
So when you say foul, he goes cluck 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 cluck.
Yeah, exactly. He's like, but in Orcish, right? And then he just sort of bangs his axe against a shield. There's like a little bit of metal on the shield, and it just makes this really loud clang, clang, clang. All the other orcs sort of turn around and they see the smoke, and they just immediately kick into this. 2 or 3 of them kick into this gear of where they're going to the well again, but many of them just sit down and they just plop down and start watching the tent catch on fire. and then the 2 or 3 that started heading back towards the well see this, and they just shrug their shoulders and start heading out of the courtyard and towards these big double doors over here. So you're now left with like 4 orcs here in the courtyard, all just sort of sitting kind of not right up on the fire, but kind of right around here, just watching this tent kind of go up in flames. And then they start singing Orcish songs.
The heck?
And just watching the flame, and then and one of them has got this flask that looks familiar to all of you, having seen what some of them were drinking as the 2 patrol orcs were drinking when they came upon you in the outside of the tent, outside of the castle walls.
So Ryan, so can we assume that maybe 2 of them are getting drunk?
It looks like all 4 of them are at this point. Like, it looks like perhaps after the last fire, they were thinking, that deserves a drink. And now they're well and truly into it after you guys have done your maneuverings, and just sort of decided, we'll just let this tent burn.
Let me know when it's my turn.
Yeah. Anybody else before I just toss it over to Ellisar? As you guys are watching this.
No, I'm good.
Okay, you're sort of standing in the rubble.
Yeah, just kind of waiting.
And you're seeing this tent from your angle just light up, and it's very bright.
Are we still able to telepathically communicate?
That
Yes.
I don't know how long that lasts. I think you said an hour?
I think it's an hour. And let's see here. Features and traits. Let me clear that out so I can see the screen. I have to find it here.
No worries.
And Ryan, are these as swarthy as the other, even though they might be a bit tipsy, are they as swarthy as the other orcs?
Yeah, they look like they might be either from the same clan as the orcs that you guys encountered back at Floshin's estate. If not, maybe a sister clan. They all look fairly well healed. I mean, you saw the armory in that armory room that you guys are in, and you can see that they've got lots of weapons out here, and they look comfortable. I mean, these tents look like they've been there for a long time. They might have been here for a while, using this as maybe a raiding post or something like that.
Telepathically, do any of you have any kind of an illusion spell that we could cast farther away from the fire? Like dancing lights?
I do not.
Okay, I am going to...
These guys go in this room. You don't see, the door shuts behind you. So there's basically, these guys kind of disappear out of your sight.
Oh. I do have with my adventurer's pack a flask of oil. Can I make a makeshift Molotov cocktail?
What ingredients would you need for that?
A thing of oil, which I have.
Oil?
Yep. A flask of oil.
Now, is it oil for lantern oil?
Yes. Is that no good?
I would think that you would need something a bit more combustible.
Okay, then never mind. I'm going to go ahead and Eldritch Blast one of the drunk ones.
Right now you are.
Yep.
Do you tell your compatriots telepathically that you're getting ready to do this, or?
I'm going. Yeah, guys, can I attack them?
Yeah.
The other two orcs come back out of here. One of them's got a big hunk of like some sort of leg of some animal, and it's sort of sticking through a metal stick, and it's heading sort of back towards the big flame. That the tent is now starting to smolder. Smoke is now coming out, so it's a little bit obstructed. It's kind of a lot of smoke right here. There's the orcs are kind of in this area here, but there's these two coming down this way. Feel free to pick one of the six if you're going to try to Eldritch Blast them.
Well, how about this telepathically? Why don't we see how this... they're getting drunk, they're getting fed. Maybe they'll fall asleep soon and we can slaughter them in their sleep. You want to see how that works?
I mean...
Yeah, that's fine.
I'm happy. I mean, you can just have them charged. I'll be fine.
All right, so you want to attack?
Yes, send some ranged attacks. I'll hang out over here.
All right.
Try to pick them off before they even get to me, and whoever's left.
All right, the drunkest one, the one that seems to be the drunkest, I'm gonna do an Eldritch Blast.
All right. Well, these are going to be pink orcs. Oh, come on. Or not. Let's see. Let's try this again. There you go. 1, 2, 3. They're not pink. Use a little bit closer. 1, 2. So there you go. So that's kind of how it's at. So they're all equally, they're just passing around. You just want to go for the nearest one here?
Yep.
And this is you here in the red, right?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, so make an attack roll, surprise. Actually, everybody roll initiative. Let me do it right.
19 initiative. Woohoo!
Okay.
All right. 21 for Gimnir.
Ooh.
Nice.
Okay.
10 for Harlen.
24 for Taz.
Yeah. And what were you, Harlan?
10.
Okay. Well, you are back here with the orcs. With me. Taz, I think you were the highest. Is that what I heard?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. There we go. And so let me practice what I preach here. So they would be surprised with this attack from you, Ellisar. So, but because the initiative order is the way it is, I always feel like this is right. So go ahead and roll your attack there, and then you can just take another action when it comes your turn, and I'll just fold them in after that. So you just take kind of it doesn't make sense to have it 2 people go before you since you're the one starting the
Gotcha.
attack. So go ahead and roll your Eldritch Blast.
With advantage?
No.
I 3.
So the good news is what is Eldritch Blast? Is it a force? It's a force thing, right?
Yeah, Eldritch Blast is it's electricity, basically.
Okay.
It's force damage.
It's force. Yeah. So like I'm trying to think if they would even notice if it didn't hit anybody. Like if there's no streak of light, or if there's no sound, or maybe like there's like the sound of thunder or something.
Right.
Without having the description in front of me, let's just say that, kind of a wave, kind of just almost like a shock wave type of thing, but it moves well over their head, and they're sort of out of it between the smoke and the liquor. You're just sort of like, and with
that was my last night.
Exactly. Exactly. That's a weeknight. So Taz, you're up.
So I mean, the attack sailed over them, and they didn't seem to be alerted.
No.
I mean, I'll hold my action until they start moving towards me. As soon as one starts moving towards me, I'm gonna toss one of my glaive or my javelins.
Okay. All right. So you're holding your action, Gimnir.
Okay. Yeah, Gimnir is going. Oh, and just to answer the question about the side network.
Yep.
It lasts 1 to 6 hours, depending on a D6 roll.
So what'd you roll?
I don't remember last game, but I'll re-roll it now.
Yeah, just re-roll it. I don't remember either.
3 hours.
Perfect. Split the difference.
Think of like how a bard has a bardic inspiration. I've got 4 of these like psi points.
Okay.
For like long rest.
Okay.
And so like for side network, or the other thing is like a side knack, which is basically like guidance. If you want to expend some psychic energy to help like an ability check.
Okay.
And you can roll your little side dice, a D6 to add to it.
Nice.
I haven't done that. That's what that's for.
Cool.
So anyways, we got 3 hours on the network.
3 hours. About an hour and a half has passed. Probably another hour and a half to go.
Okay, cool.
Thinking.
And then for this turn, Gimnir will form one of those psychic blades in his hand.
Okay.
And he'll hurl it at the same one that appeared like Ellisar was trying to hit.
Okay. This one here. Okay, roll the hit. It's just sort of sitting on the edge.
Oh, I don't know if y'all can see, I got a natural 20.
Oh, nice. I can't see it, but I will take your word for it. So this thing is just sitting there, and unbeknownst to anything, he just gets zapped with this blade. Roll your damage. All
right, well, let's see here. I'm doing this digitally, so this is like the regular not crit roll.
Okay.
So it does. It says crit.
Okay.
So 13, that would be the psychic blade damage.
Okay.
And then the sneak attack damage. See if I can need a bigger screen here.
So do you have to have someone within melee range?
Oh, you're right. I do. I don't get.
Okay.
Unless I have advantage, which I don't think we have surprise anymore. So yeah, I'm sorry. No sneak attack.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, let's see. They don't really know anything yet, so do you get advantage with surprise, or they just don't get to roll on surprise? I should know this. I did a video on it. I don't remember.
I'm going from memory, and I don't want to.
I think surprise is.
It may not be. It might be different.
I think you just get. You just can't take an action on your first turn in combat if you're surprised. Okay. So
I think if you're an unseen attacker, you do get advantage.
Maybe it might be.
So you're gonna.
Yeah, it's okay. I'm just doing a quick rules check as well. I'm looking at the surprise section under combat, but it might be somewhere else.
When a creature can't see you, you have advantage on attack rolls against it. If you are hidden, both unseen and unheard, when you make an attack, you give away your location when an attack hits or misses.
Okay, so you do get.
So then
you do get it for this one.
Would have had advantage, and then that probably would have given our position away.
True. You would have been able to roll your Eldritch Blast again, Ellisar. Okay, all right. So the dice have spoken. We're all sort of level. So we're back to you, Gimnir, and roll with do your advantage with that, and so you could add your.
Okay, 12 points of sneak attack.
Oh man! So it just if you allow me the description for the moment, just for this one. So it just cuts clean through his head, through his neck, right? And it's just sitting there, holding his drink. And this one next to it, it's like going, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, ha ha ha. And he looks at his buddy. And he goes, oh. He shakes his shoulder, and his head just falls off his shoulders. And it plops forward on the ground. And now they're definitely alert and begin to just sort of. This one's gone. Let's see here. Select. This one's gone. These all kind of stand up. These guys have just kind of been meandering over. They see these three standing, and they're looking in all directions. So Taz, no one's moved towards you yet. They're just sort of, they can't figure out what just happened. Because that psychic blade you can't really see it, right? It's just like a,
right, yeah, it disappears.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Generally, like, no physical, it just leaves the mental.
Right, and so it just sort of, this body's collapsed there, and they're just sort of looking around, trying to figure out what's going on. And so Ellisar, it's your turn again because you got that first shot. So you just jump back into the order here.
Yep, Eldritch Blast at the nearest to me.
Okay. And Harlan, you'll be up here in a sec.
Yeah, okay. It's same thing. I got it too.
Okay. All right. They're just, for their action, they have no idea.
Around my head.
Well, they haven't seen anything yet, right? They're just sort of.
Right.
So one of them screams out. These two guys then begin to alert, and they come running around kind of this way. And the tent is here. These two guys start running this way. So they're just sort of scrambling, trying to figure out what's up. They don't have any idea of where anything is at this point. They haven't seen you guys on top of this roof. They haven't seen you, Taz, in the rubble. Okay. And as they sort of spread around, they're all just holding axes and javelins, searching for any sign of, they feel like they're under attack. They have no idea from where. And Harlan, it's your turn.
Okay. I'm gonna cast a fireball to the one to the left of me. I mean, firebolt.
Okay. To this one right here.
Yes.
Got it.
And that's gonna be 12 to hit.
Oh shoot, I forgot to put that part down. I don't think so. Let me just do a quick double check here. I don't think that hits. I'm pretty sure it doesn't. It does not.
I don't think it does, yeah.
Yeah, it does not. Does that end your turn?
It does.
And the sight of the firebolt streaking across the courtyard, they all look to the roof line and now know exactly where the attack is coming from, with the exception of Taz, who they do not see in the rubble. And they really don't, I mean, they're looking up. They really don't know what's up there. They just know that there's something up there attacking them.
I'm on my belly.
Okay. Taz, it's come around to you again.
Nobody. Are they heading towards me?
These two guys are sort of beginning to jog towards the roof line.
Okay. So with my bonus action, I am going to rage.
Okay.
Just in case. And then I'm going to toss my javelin. That's going to be 24 to hit.
That definitely hits.
And that would be 9 points of piercing damage. And I'm going to go for this one that's the easternmost.
Yeah.
This guy here.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. So you skewer him with a javelin. He definitely sees that it came from kind of not the roof line, but the rubble. And this one running with him, they long since dropped the leg of whatever creature it was that he had that was going to roast with his javelin in his hand. And they both sort of square facing the rubble. Gimnir, you're up. Unless Taz, you had any other actions or bonus actions you wanted to?
Nope,
or any other?
that's all.
Okay. Yeah, Gimnir, you're up.
Yeah, Gimnir sees these two going towards the rubble.
Yep.
The one directly in front of Gimnir, he's going to let a side blade fly right at it.
Okay.
Ha. Okay, I got a 2.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. It doesn't even register. He just sort of the smoke just goes right over his head.
And then I'll do a bonus action hide.
Okay.
So
You
on
just,
that
like,
edge, and I just want to
splat.
maybe go back a little bit and kneel down a little bit and try to stay in the shadows.
Okay. There it is. Yeah. You let's see. I think you have to make a stealth check, right?
Yes. Okay.
Yep.
Here we go. Thanks for the cue.
Sure.
Oh, this was a little better. Okay. I rolled a 3.
Nice.
But I have I'm expertise at stealth, so I get to add 9. So my roll's really a 12.
My gosh.
Oh, you still miss.
Man, that's still a fantastic roll. You'd have to basically roll a critical fail to not hide, So, yeah, you're just sort of like, is that a gargoyle? They can't really, they're not really sure what it is. I don't remember building a wooden gargoyle up there. That's a great bonus action. All right, so you're hidden on top of the roof. Ellisar, you're Eldritch blasting away at the air.
I'm gonna yeah, right. I'm gonna Eldritch blast at the air at the one that Taz hit with the javelin.
So you're gonna come back across to this guy way over here in this corner. Got it.
Yes. Yep. Natural 20.
Oh man.
All right.
That'll definitely hit. Nice.
All right. So it's 12. 12. One.
Wait, point of damage?
I rolled 1 damage. Then what do I do? My first roll was a damage.
Yeah. So you hit a natural 20. So roll your damage dice twice and add those together.
4.
So total 4 points of damage on a natural 20?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, you're like, you hit him square with this blast.
In the pinky.
Yeah, but it's like, he's got like this one happens to have like this big country and western belt buckle or something that is, and it just like
Jerry Glanville.
it just like ricochets off, just ricochets off the belt buckle. And so it's like, oh, I mean, it hurt. It didn't do a lot of damage, it sort of hurt him. All right, so it's their turn. They now kind of see what's what. These two guys are definitely going to, let's see, their movement, 30 feet. So they're definitely going to get into the rubble. 5, 10, 15, right up here in front of you, Taz, both of them.
Oh.
Now this is, this terrain is not very forgiving. Now that you guys are on rubble, and I'm trying to remember what's the deal with fighting on terrain that's not very forgiving, or trying to move around on it. And I don't recall it. I'll find it. Oh, there it is.
Makes your movement at half speed.
Oh, that's what it is. Yeah, it kind of slows you down. Thank you, Mark. Yeah. Okay. So that once they get up there, everybody sort of just slows down. So they're right kind of on top of you. These guys are going to use their movement to kind of come around and just square off in front of the the partition right there in front of them. And the two are going to go after you here, Taz.
Okay.
They're coming up on you. They both have great axes. They're just going to swing away.
No.
One of them rolls a 9 to hit with his great axe. The one that's injured. The other one rolls a 20, not a natural 20 to hit, but a 20.
Hits.
Okay. And so it's angry. It was getting ready to have this big roasted ham hock leg, whatever it was. He's blaming you for missing his supper, and he rolls 9 points of slashing damage with that. You're raging though, right? So that,
Yes,
that gets halved, right?
Yeah. How much was it?
9.
Okay.
So that ends their turn. This one, Harlan, this is you over here with the star, right? So these guys just have javelins, and there's just spears and javelins everywhere. So he's just
I'm the red box, actually.
Oh, you're the red box. So this is you, Ellisar, then. Sorry. So this one's going to go after you, Ellisar. This one's going to go after you, Gimnir. And this one's going to go after you, Harlan.
This could be it.
So he's going to sling a javelin at you. So javelin is going to be 18. Does that hit?
Which one?
For Ellisar.
Yeah.
Okay. It's a javelin. It's not as nasty as the great axe. But I know you're not doing that great still. I don't think you've had a rest yet. So 5 points of piercing damage.
Oh boy. All right.
You are hidden. So this one can't see you, Gimnir.
Okay.
Is that right? Is it hidden means they just can't even see you? They're not even.
They can attack. I think they would just do it at disadvantage because they know probably my general area. They just can't quite see me specifically, so they can still throw in the area at disadvantage.
Okay, he's just going to chunk javelins your general direction and see if one of them hits.
Cool.
Disadvantage. That is a 10.
Misses.
Yeah, so the javelin just goes flying over, kind of clanks on top of the roof back here and just slides towards the end of this roof line. And then this one's going to go after you, Harlan, also with a javelin. 21 to hit.
That'll hit.
Okay. And 6 points of piercing damage to you.
Okay.
And that'll end their turns. They're just breathing spit is, flying out of their mouths. They're all just they're definitely sober for whatever that means for orcs at this point. They're back in the game. And Taz, you're up. You got these two right in front of you.
Okay, I'm gonna take a reckless swing at the one that's been injured.
Okay, that's this one here on the far right.
An 18 to hit.
That hits.
Okay, so that's gonna do. Sorry, that's 12, 14 points of slashing damage and 3 points of radiant damage.
Feel free to describe it. Describe the scene.
I'm just like full force striking with my glaive, just cleave into its shoulder.
Okay. Yeah, the glaive just goes practically through the creature. And maybe as you pull out the glaive, the tip of it catches that belt buckle, and the belt buckle just goes flying through the air. and then kind of clanks into the rubble over here. Anything else?
I'm just gonna square up to the other one.
Okay, so this one's, let's see if I do, there we go. You square up with this guy. He's, some of the orc blood just spattered all over him. And then Gimnir, you're up.
So Gimnir, he has 2 flasks of oil in his inventory, so he's going to pull one out.
Okay.
And he sees the 2 orcs standing next to the burning tent.
Yep.
So he's going to launch that flask of oil and try to catch one of them on fire. He might try to, I mean, if they're really close together, he might try to aim right, for both of them, but
like between them right in here. Okay.
If not, he'll kind of pick the middle one.
Yeah.
And just try to see if he can't, have the oil break on him, but then have it kind of ignite from the flames behind it.
Yeah. Go ahead and toss the oil. Roll a
Toss it.
sleight of hand. It's another accuracy thing. So is it? Yeah, let's do sleight of hand again.
Acrobatics or whatever you want. Sleight of hand doesn't matter.
Yeah, I feel like acrobatics would be something like being able to like shimmy up and grab something and
Okay. All right, sleight of hand. Here we go. 23.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, the oil just lands, it's like it splashes across one of these orcs and like bounces off of its shoulder, and the oil splashes on this other one. And then sort of rolls into the tent and begins to sort of slowly catch fire.
Yay.
It's sort of it's like a lamp oil, so it's just sort of slowly beginning to make its way off the tent. I mean, this tent was almost out anyway, so it's taking a few seconds even to catch. So, but they're definitely both covered in oil.
That's cool. Yeah, I rolled a D6 from memory, and I rolled a 1. So
Okay.
I don't think it did much fire damage, but the idea was cool.
Yeah, no, it's super cool. Yeah, so the one that it's closest to, as the flame is sort of beginning to get it, sort of nips its little heel, and we did that 1 point of fire damage there on that one. It's just slowly beginning to smolder and build. Does that end your turn, Gimnir?
Then he'll use his bonus action to try to hide again, just like last time.
All right, let's do that stealth check again. Anything greater than a 2 is probably going to be fine.
1.
Oh, okay. I rolled a 4.
Okay.
Plus 9 is 13.
Yeah, you're
1,
fine.
2, 3, 4. This one's going to be 5.
Yeah. At least you're going the right direction. Yeah, you kind of creep back down and hide. You splat back into the wood. It's like, does your skin change color like a chameleon to match the surrounding?
That'd be cool if it did.
Yeah, that'd be really cool.
That'd be awesome.
Does that end your turn there, Gimnir, after the bonus action?
Yes.
All right, Ellisar, you're up.
I'm feeling so lucky. I've been so bad.
This is you in the star, by the way.
I am right there. I am
Yeah.
going to attack the one that is damaged by Taz. And
That one's dead. This one is not damaged, but it is bright by Taz.
Oh, okay. So the next one over would be there.
This one right here. This is not damaged either. The only one that's damaged out of the remaining 4 is this little guy. And he's got a little 1 point of little fire smolder damage on his heel.
Nah, I'm going to go for this guy. I'm going to go for that pointy, like you can see. I'm
This
going
one?
to go for that one right there.
Okay.
And man, I'm feeling so lucky. 14 plus 15, 16, 17.
17 hits. What did you hit him with?
I hit him with Eldritch Blast.
Okay.
And hold, please. If I can find my 12-sided dice again that I seem to have lost. Here we go. And 3.
Oof. Hey. I mean, it's sort of.
I kind of hit him.
You hit him.
Yeah,
You didn't notice, but he too has a big belt buckle, similar to the other one. It's just sort of maybe it's part of this orcish tribe thing.
They're all from Texas.
They're all Cowboys fans, right? Exactly. Exactly. Very ostentatious belt buckles.
Yes.
So does that end your turn there?
And then I'm going to try to back on my belly to try to hide.
So you're gonna just kind of plop back down again?
Yeah, exactly.
So movement, that just means you're going prone, right? I don't think you can actually take an action to hide because you took your action to attack.
That's correct. That's
Okay.
correct.
All right. For movement-wise, you use your movement to go prone.
Yep.
Okay. And then that ends your turn there.
Oh yeah.
Okay. So this one right here, Taz, right in front of you. Again, it's going to swing at you with this great axe. Let's see. 21 to hit.
21 hits.
Okay. And 8 points of slashing damage with the great axe.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he just sort of carves into you, slash, and then again, sort of going this way. This one's gonna, the one that you just kind of hit in the belt buckle is gonna throw a javelin at you. Because you're prone, I believe it has disadvantage with a ranged weapon, if I'm not mistaken.
Let's go for it.
Ooh.
Oh,
All right, with disadvantage.
Okay.
7. Oh wait. Oh, that's still a good roll. 20 to hit with disadvantage.
No, you said 7.
Yeah, this was the other roll.
He hits me. And
It was a natural. That was the other one right there. You can't see it. There it is. Okay, so
natural 20.
The other one was a natural 20, but that's not what this one was. This was a 20, but not a natural 20.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, so that was the two. A 15 and a 20. So the 15
Oh boy.
plus 5 to hit, so that hits. And then 1d6 plus 3, 8 points
Yes.
piercing damage.
Woo!
Are you okay?
That's all right. I can take it.
Okay.
I'm dying, but I'm okay.
I know you're getting close, whittling away. This one right here does a kind of a same thing. It's going to throw one just in your general direction, Gimnir.
What? Okay.
And let's see, 13 to hit.
Misses.
Okay, yeah, just completely misses you.
Oh, you get all the misses. Yeah.
And this one is going to throw a javelin at you, Harlan. 24 to hit.
That'll hit.
Okay. See, the damage rolls aren't bad. So 5 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
Okay. Everybody still doing okay? Everybody still standing?
Nope. Yes. I'm on my belly about to crawl away.
Okay, Harlan, it's your turn.
All right. Harlan's gonna try to firebolt again. The
Okay.
same orc as last time.
Okay.
Oh, natural 1.
Oh.
Oh no.
Mark, do you have it handy?
I'm
Oh,
not.
I always have it handy.
I'm not near you, am I?
You all are like, let's see, 20 feet. You're like 40 feet away.
Yes.
You're on the other side of the thing.
Okay, so give me a percentile, 1 through 100.
Go
Okay.
for it. You go ahead and roll that, Harlan.
Oh, Harlan. Poor Harlan.
Dear. All right. That'll be 82.
82, your bloodlust and rage has just caused you to hit the closest ally to you with your melee or ranged weapon. Yes, this means you lose the grip of your weapon and throw it. Your ally takes normal damage.
So you lose the grip, but it just sort of hits poor Gimnir just square. Pow! Roll your damage roll.
I am so glad you're not near me, Harlan.
Gimnir saves the day unknowingly.
All right, that'll be 4 points of fire damage.
Go turtle.
All right, I got it.
Turtle. Go turtle.
So like I could just imagine Gimnir just sort of flat, and then Harlan just slings this firebolt, and it just goes straight sideways and goes. He's like watching it. He's like, "That's gonna hit me." Bam!
then it hits Ellisar.
Hits him right in the ribs. I assume that ends your turn, Harlan.
Oh boy.
Taz, you're up.
I'm gonna go ahead and recklessly attack the one in front of me.
Okay. Who's not injured yet, by the way.
Oh.
21 to hit.
That definitely hits.
Okay. It's gonna be 14 points of slashing damage and 7 points of radiant damage.
Again, just with one swing.
I'm built to just destroy everything.
Yeah, you just.
This one, I'm just gonna like clean, just slice its head off.
Yeah.
And I just want him to fall off in like 2 separate falls, just body first and then head a second later.
He drops to his knees, and then the body falls, and then the head just topples over. Pretty gross.
Yeah.
Orc blood's now all over the place, so the rocks are not only difficult terrain, but they're also very slippery. Do you need to take any movement, or are you okay with where you're at?
Yeah, I'm actually gonna move forward a little bit, and this is difficult terrain right now, right?
Difficult terrain.
So I only have half movement, so from there, 10, 20, 30, half of that. I can, Ooh,
you just Misty stepped out of there.
Yeah, I was like, whoa. I can move to right about there.
Okay.
I'm just gonna start like beating on my chest and yelling at the other orcs.
Okay. Yeah, they, as you do that, I mean, you can see at least this one sort of look at you and hint of fear in its eyes from that distance. Gimnir, you're up.
Oh, let's see here. Gimner's going to aim at the one with the tiny little drop of fire on his heel.
This one right here, yeah.
Yeah, he's going to let loose his psychic blade. Back to the page. All right, here it comes.
Okay.
A 10.
Misses.
Okay.
Psychic blade misses, just flies past him. Bonus action for you?
Yeah, I'll try to hide again.
Okay.
Let's see.
I'm keeping an eye on the clock. We'll probably wrap it up after this combat here.
Right.
26.
Yeah, I think you can hide with a 26.
You think? He turns invisible.
Your skin just turns translucent, and you just completely people can
Full
see
on
right
predator.
through you. Yeah, exactly. So cool. Ellisar, you're up.
All right. I want an inspiration point for this. Okay.
Is that how that works?
Yes.
Let's
That's
see.
exactly how it works. On where we are right now, you had the planks down at the bottom of the screen. Does that mean there are planks where we are right now?
It's solid. It's a solid roof here.
Solid.
Yeah.
So how high up are we?
Probably about 20 feet on top of this roof line.
There's no place where the rubble is like 10 feet high?
No, this wooden roof is built on top of the walls. The walls are already about 14 feet high. So this is kind of in addition to and on top of. By the time they put the kind of the stud walls around and then the roof on top, whoever did this.
This was my plan, which was going to be great. I have armor of Agathis.
Okay.
Which gives me 5 extra hit points. I have 6. I was gonna roll off and pray for a 10 and have 1 hit point left.
To see, you can still roll off, but that's what is that? 2d6 or I think it is. Yeah.
That's 2d6.
Yeah.
Oh boy, I don't want to do that because with my luck tonight, that ain't gonna work.
Yeah, exactly.
That gives me 11, and oh boy, is there any way without since the other guys are all engaged in melee attack, can I slowly crawl back stealthily with the 17? Actually, I take that back. My dexterity is a +5, right? So can I slowly, stealthily on my belly back away from the combat? As my
you want to disengage?
Oh, hell yeah.
Okay, yeah, you can take your action to disengage, belly crawl backwards.
That's what I'm gonna do because I'm not feeling it.
Okay, you're just gonna lay scooch back. You take your action to disengage. You're bleeding. You don't. That does not provoke an opportunity attack, so you're good with that.
That's my turn.
Okay. The 3 creatures are left. One uses his movement to move closer to you, Taz. And he's going to take a swing at you with his great axe. And that is a 17 to hit.
That misses.
All right. So he kind of slips on some of that orc blood and just swings, and sort of the axe just flies through the air. This one's going to just try to chunk there's javelins all over the place. He's going to just try to chunk one towards your general direction, Gimnir. I don't think that's going to hit. An 11.
That misses.
Okay. And then for you, Harlan, he's going to just chunk a javelin straight at you. He's got eyes on you, exactly. And that's a 13. Harlan, does a 13 hit?
No, it misses.
All right. So the javelin all 3 of them missed, basically. And then Taz, you're up.
I'm just gonna just mow through them. I'm gonna recklessly attack again.
Go for it. You've already knocked out a couple of these guys.
All right, that is 21 to hit.
Definitely hits.
Not as good this time. That's gonna be 10 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
And 4 points of radiant damage.
Yeah, I mean, he's got the fear in his eyes. He's seen it. You smash into him. He's hunches over and just sort of, he's wobbling on his feet, but he's still standing in front of you. Gimnir, you're up.
Seeing that this orc to the left is Gimnir's kryptonite, the one that he tried to light on fire and throw his blade at. So he's going to shift his attention now to the one that Taz is going after.
Okay.
And he's going to let his blade fly in that direction.
Gimnir's kryptonite's the name of my new
band. 22.
Yeah, that hits. You're hitting the one right in front of Taz, right?
That's correct.
Yep.
Okay, so 8 points of psychic damage from the blade, and then the sneak attack for having Taz right there is 6 more.
I feel like because it's psychic damage and he's just wobbling, that all of a sudden it's just like scanners, and he just sort of goes boom, and his head just explodes like right in front of Taz.
Gnarly.
And Taz, you're like, you got your glaive still. You're like, huh? It's like, did I do that? Like Urkel.
Did I do that?
His head just explodes and it collapses on the ground right in front of you. And a lot of orc viscera just splatters all over you too, Taz, just for fun effect.
Yeah.
Ellisar, you're up. Are you still disengaged?
No. I'm playing dead.
Okay, all right, you're just chilling. You're sort of in the fetal position, perhaps.
Yeah, total fetal position, yes.
There's 2 here. One's going to swing, just sort of sling towards you, Gimnir. Gimnir, I didn't give you a chance to take your bonus action.
Yes, thank you.
Sure. I figured you'd want that. I moved too quickly.
I'm switching screens here. All right, 16.
Oh, yeah, that you're definitely hidden. So again, just a blind javelin throw, nowhere near you. The one squaring off Gimnir's kryptonite, squaring off against you, Harlan. gonna swing at you. Sling a javelin. Another one. Just they're scared. They're just throwing them wildly at this point.
Okay.
Taz, it's your turn. Oh, sorry, Harlan, it's your turn.
All right. I'm gonna try to cast Firebolt again.
Okay. On Gimnir's Kryptonite and right in front of you. I love that name.
Yes.
I'm gonna name that. That's that orc's name.
15 to hit.
15 does hit.
All right, and that'll be 1 point of fire damage.
Oh goodness, this thing is like immune to fire.
Yeah.
So it just sort of smolders. In fact, it almost like hits the oil and like it puts it out. It's like jet fuel. It hasn't hit the right temperature to ignite it. Does that end your turn there, Harlan?
It does.
All right. So Taz, you've seen this one just blow up in front of you. These two are just sort of slinging javelins wildly. You go ahead.
I'm gonna go ahead and move closer to this one right here.
Okay.
And I'm gonna continuously riflessly attack.
Okay.
Fish in for natural 20.
Ooh. I think that'll hit.
Okay. It's gonna probably do a lot of damage. Oh, maybe not. It was not a great roll.
Okay.
10 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
That's good.
And 9 points of radiant damage.
The radiant damage does it. Feel free to describe this one as well as you're like the Orc Slayer tonight.
Yeah. This one, I guess the radiant damage just kind of burst out of it, and it's just like its head just kind of burst. Pop.
As
the orc.
As the head bursts on this one and the radiant damage pops out, this orc loses control of its bowels.
That was also like me last night.
Which is perceptible to you, Harlan, and to you, Taz. Your olfactory senses are just assaulted by the smell.
Like Bill Cosby says, first you see it, then you do it.
And Gimnir, you're up.
All right. Yeah, he'll just let his blade fly.
Okay.
Thought about seeing maybe taking him prisoner, but we don't speak Orcs, so.
This is Gimnir's Kryptonite too, by the way.
Yeah. I have finally overcome the Kryptonite at 26.
That definitely hits.
Oh, I hit the wrong button. Hang on. I need to roll to hit again. I need to roll for damage. There's the damage. All right. 15 points of psychic damage.
Ooh. Okay. I mean, just sort of grabs its head and begins to just sort of shake. It hasn't fallen over yet, but it looks very, very hurt and just, orcish sort of mumbling just coming out of his mouth. Incoherent. It would be incoherent anyways if you spoke Orcish. So it's just vowels, right? So does that end your turn there, Gimnir? Do you want to hide again, or are you okay?
No, I'm good.
Okay. So you're like standing up like a big grung.
it's a proud moment.
Yeah, your chest is out. Your little grung chest is out. Like, yeah, hit him. And Ellisar, I'm assuming you're still just sort of tucked away.
You
can re-engage and.
How hurt does he look?
He looks very hurt.
Is there the only the one left?
Just the one left.
I'm gonna stand up like a monster and I'm gonna go ahead and shoot an Eldritch Blast at him.
Are you gonna shoot it over? You gotta come up to the edge. So you gotta use some of your movement to come to the edge, right?
Yep.
And then shoot. So it's 5, 10, 15, 10, 20, 30, 40 feet away.
I got 120 feet.
You got it. Go for it. Roll the hit.
18, 19, 20, 21 to hit.
That hits.
And it does 8 points of damage, like force damage.
So the force damage, just as it's sort of doing this, rocking back and forth, holding its head, the Eldritch Blast just lifts it off its feet. The flames sort of ignite from the oxygen now that's sort of fed them, and he just flies through the air and crumples into a heap over here on the ground.
And as he does that, so do I. I need a short rest or a long.
You crumple to the ground, and as you crumple to the ground, you all hear a roar coming from this area here.
What?
Just a tremendous guttural scream, roar, deep, loud, not orcish. And then you hear a boom, boom, and that's what we'll pick up next time.
Somebody carry me away. Somebody carry me away.
Awesome.
I have 6 hit points. Help me.
I'll stop sharing there.
All right.
So
let's talk about.
Okay, I'm going to turn off the recording. We can talk about calendars for next time. Awesome. I hope you guys enjoyed that. So I'm going to stop recording.
You know what? I think this is the first time we've actually had 2 hours of total combat.
I know. I was a little leery about that, but it was a good one.
Blast. I was looking at my screen. I'm like, oh my God, it's 7:12. It's 8:15. It's great.
That's
awesome. I love it. Apart from the 6 hit points, I love it.
All right. I'll see you guys later for the recording, but let's stay on to talk about calendars.
Yes.